Okay, let me pick up your belt. Okay.
Good, mommy. That's what you, mommy.
No, you gotta grab. No,
I know, mommy. Keep my belt. Take it.
no. Where's your hoodie at?
I don't know.
Honey. Yes, I am. You need to remember your. You don't even have to. It doesn't matter what you are, sweetheart. Sorry. Mm. Yep. Across the street. Be careful, honey. All right, go ahead. When I come get you, I'm getting the hoodie. Love you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So let's have this topic of conversation that I know you guys would love to have. Okay. Usually around this time, it don't really be a lot of you on here, which is cool. But I do want to have a topic of conversation about earlier because I know there's a lot of people on here saying extremely rude, ignorant things. But that's okay because ignorant people don't have an understanding. Hold on. Um, I will not apologize for the way I am a mother. I will not apologize for the way I parent. Not gonna do that. Not happening. Never gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Get over it. Don't care. Simple as that. I am raising a little boy to be a man. I am a single mother. And there will be times when I have to be a little more affirmative and a little more aggressive than your average person, whatever the case may be. But I'm not gonna sit here and let the world tell me how to raise my son. That's not gonna happen. Now I share my life with you guys because I choose to, and I think it's pretty cool. And I love the simple fact that you all getting like a little bit of me, which is fine. But I do believe that I'm very big on the word balance and the word consequence. Those are two things I genuinely believe in. And I feel if you let people, you know, walk this earth without a sense of consequence or a sense of understanding or a sense of the words no, they grow up to become menace to society. And I'm not gonna let my son walk all over me. I don't know how other people parent. That's not my business. But I'm talking about how I am a mother. I will chastise him. I will check him when he needs to be checked. I will be a lot more affirmative when I need to and when I have to be, wherever I am. Period. I don't care. I don't care about calling 911 on me. I don't care about calling DCF on me. I don't care about none of that because at the end of the day, I know why I'm doing these things. I understand you have to have, again, you have to have a sense of softness when it needs to be there. But when you're 9 going on 10 and I've told you what to do already and you haven't done it, I should not and I am not going to repeat myself again. Next time I'm going to start throwing things at your ass because you're not listening. I don't see why people have such this sense of, oh my goodness, like that's such bad parenting. Me having to repeat myself, I feel like it's bad parenting. My son sitting up here being in a jail cell is bad parenting. My son sitting up here being in somebody's grave is bad parenting. If I'm sitting up here and I'm letting him hang with the wrong crowd, and I know these things, and I'm not telling him these things, or I'm not chastising him, he's gonna end up in two places: a jail cell or a grave. He's already a black African American. So, like I said earlier, like the statistics against him are already high. Not gonna let that happen for my son. Somewhere I'm going to break the cycle. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a lot of women that have broken the cycle with their boys and they have raised them to be actual men and not little. You understand what I'm saying? Like, cause you have some dogs out there that have had some really good women, and they treat them like crap, and then they want to sit there and lie on them or lie on they and things of that nature. But of course, the man being men, they're gonna lie, believe the other person. Who cares? So when a woman gets to a particular part in her life and she says, you know what, talk is talk, whatever. And then when a woman wants to speak up for herself, or she's had enough of lies being told on her, and then she does go off, it becomes, oh well, look at her response. Look at her response, right? She's ignorant. She's ignorant. She's ghetto. She's immature. No. Or she doesn't know how to have a conversation. That's not true. She can have a conversation, but she's just fed up with things that have been happening to her and her not saying something. Hello, JK. How are you, my love? So using the word ignorant because you're parenting your child the way you want to parent your child is ridiculous. If I saw somebody sit up here and their child was running amok in the store, right? I'm not gonna sit there and say, "Oh my goodness, look at that child. My child will never do that." That's not my child. I don't care if your child sit up here and ran in the middle of the street with absolutely no cars coming, because of course, I don't want nothing to happen to nobody's child. So I'm just not doing it, because even if you try to tell a child nowadays, "Oh, baby, don't run out in the middle of the street because you could get hit by a car." Why are you talking to my child? Then they get hit by a car. It becomes, "Oh, well, why you ain't say something?" Well, aren't you the mama? Like, oh, thank you. Like, I don't understand. Like, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. That's why when it comes to other people, kids, I have nothing to do with that. No disrespect. I don't care, because it's not my business. I don't care how you raise your child, but I know how I'm going to raise mine. That's all. If you are the type of person and you let your child walk all over you, that's your business. I have nothing to do with that. Mines will not going to do that to me. Work was amazing. I had a really good day at work. And then on top of that, you have me working two jobs and trying to take care of a household and raise him and do school and this and that. So people don't have an understanding of, first of all, I don't want to be talking all day. And I'm not going to talk to you all day. All right? You either going to do what I tell you, or there's going to be a consequence behind it. Like, I don't know. That's like saying, if you get pulled over by a cop and you have no license, because your mother told you, "Oh, well, no, you could just drive. You don't need a license because you know how to drive." Then you get pulled over by a cop and there's a consequence. The first person you calling your mother. Like, what your mother going to do for you? But remember, she's the one that told you it was okay because you just know how to drive. But now here it is, an officer that's making you have some type of sense of consequence. You sit there and you want to say, "Oh, he's bothering me," but you're the one that's riding dirty. Like, so whose fault is it really? Top of that, you're a grown man, so you know you need your license. So why are you calling your mother? Like, what's your mother gonna do for you? I don't understand. If you'd have been told the right thing in the first place, right, this would have never happened. But you grown, so now you have an understanding of, okay, well, this is what I got to do in order to drive. Like, I don't understand. Y'all get so mad when people want to chastise their kids because they don't want to keep talking all the time, or they don't want to do that bullshit gentle parenting. That don't work for. Listen, gentle parenting may work for some kids, right? It's fine. I'm never against that. If it works for your child, it works for your child. That does not work in my household, and I'm not gonna act like it doesn't. I'm not gonna practice that either. Like, I'm not doing it. Once I tell you to do something the first time, there should be no mouthing. Your mouth should not be moving. You should be getting your behind in gear and doing what I told you to do from the very beginning. So now these consequences that you have maybe 20 minutes later, 40 minutes later, do not have to happen. That's like saying you go to school, you don't do your homework, and you get in trouble and you call your mother. Well, but you knew you had homework though. Like, it Where is the balance at? Like, you can't make everybody happy. So this is the type of mother that I am. You don't like it? I don't give a like, I don't care. But I'm not gonna raise my little boy to be a child. I'm supposed to be raising him to be a man. Period. If you don't like the way I mother, get off my page. As simple as that. It's not that damn hard to just unsubscribe. I'm not gonna raise this child to be a man child. Like, I'm raising him to be a man, a real grown man. Like, do y'all understand how many men out here, they just leech off of women because they know that they have it, or they'll be the first ones talking about, oh, well, Shorty get food stamps, but you be in her pantry eating all the snacks, all the Pop-Tarts, all the popcorn, and all the damn ice cream, and next day her kids ain't got nothing to eat, or nothing to snack on. But you talking about her, though, but you shooting up in her pantry, you shooting up in her bed, though. Like, get out of here. Hold on, y'all. Do y'all agree or disagree with anything that I'm saying? Please tell me, like, right here, right now. Do y'all know how many men out there think that? And this is me being so real with y'all. Like, do y'all know how many men out there think that just because if they have good wood, that they don't have to work? So, like, they don't have to bring no income to this woman's home. Or the first thing they'll say is, oh, well, that's not my child. But you laid up with her. You have no car. You have no job. You have nothing. So, I'm not understanding what the problem. All right, so today we were talking about parenting and how some people they have gentle parenting. I don't have gentle parenting. And some people were saying that, like, the way I was talking to my son earlier was crazy, it was ignorant, it was things of that nature. Mind you, prior to me coming in that way, nobody doesn't have an understanding that he was already told to do all these things he was supposed to do beforehand. So that is the reason why you guys see me rah-rahing on here, because I told my son, as soon, mind you, like, I left the house at like 7 something this morning. He was told early in the morning to make sure that his taekwondo clothes were inside of the taekwondo bag. Then when he got inside the car, he was told to put his book bag inside of the bag, which neither one of those things was done. So then we got to the doctor's appointment. I was fed up and I had enough because I know what I had already told him prior to that, right? It's a onesie. I mean, not a onesie, I lied. This is a two-piece. And I started going off because at the end of the day, I'm only gonna be gentle when I need to be. Like, you understand what I'm saying? But I'm also only gonna be rough when I have to be. So it's like I'm not Sorry, y'all. Somebody was playing music, and y'all know how like you. I don't want them to block me. But that's what I was talking about earlier because again, I believe in the word no. And I want to make sure that my son has an understanding of the word no because I don't want him to get out here and then a woman tell him no and then he tries to do something that he has no business doing. So I feel like the word no and having a consequence is extremely important. At the end of the day, I'm not going to gentle parent you when you're doing something wrong. I'm not being gentle with you. Like my son is gonna be 10. My son is 5.5, 141. Like I'm not being gentle. Now again, when I need to have a better understanding of his feelings and things of that nature, of course, because that's still my child. So I'm still going to be protective, loving, and caring, but I'm still going to be a little bit of aggressive when I need to be. As simple as that. I am literally raising a boy to be a man. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm not now I can hold his hand, but I can't hold his hand forever. You understand what I'm saying? Like I just have a different way of parenting. And it's simple as that. And I'm not gonna sit here and, please put this away, honey. 20 minutes later, it's still not done. 40 minutes later, it's still not done. Whole day, what I told you to do, right, still isn't done. Like, that doesn't even make any sense to me. And it really doesn't. Like, I can't gentle parent when you're not going to listen to me. Like, again, when I need to be gentle, I can be gentle. Again, because he does have feelings. So I understand that. Cool, I get that. But when I have to be a little bit more affirmative in my tone, you goddamn right, I'm going to be. It is simple as that. And whoever don't like it, I don't care. And people don't understand. And I'm not saying, oh my goodness, like I'm the only woman that's going through this. I'm not saying that. Like I'm really not saying that. And you being on here is irritating. So next, goodbye. Anyway, so I'm not sitting up here saying, oh my goodness, it's just little old me. I'm never going to be able to do anything. That's not my point. But my point is when I have to be affirmative with you, I'm going to be. When I have to be a little bit more aggressive, I'm going to be. When I have to be more of a toot with you, I'm going to be. It is as simple as that. I would feel terrible as a mother raising a son and he's leeching off of a woman, right? You understand what I'm saying? So no. Somebody said life is hard. Don't make your kid's life harder. It's not about making his life harder. It's about making his life easier as he gets older. Yet again, there's something that I've noticed about men, and I'm not gonna say all, but the majority that I have run into, they it's not that they don't. Well, then again, it could be that. It could be that they don't know how to take accountability and or responsibility for something because they've never been held accountable. And as soon as a woman holds someone accountable, then that's when they start lying. I will never understand that. If you do something wrong, you do wrong. Like, how you gonna get mad and then start lying on somebody because something you did? It doesn't. And you sit there and you try to make that person life a living hell. But you know all along you did it. You the one that started it. And you know that whatever you started is a lie or a rumor. It doesn't matter. Like, you have to learn to take accountability. See, I don't like people that don't know how to do that. Like, I really, really don't like people that don't know how to say, you know what? Yeah, I messed up. Yeah, I did this. I got to stand in it and I got to own it. That is so hard for some people to do. And I will never have an understanding of why. If you did something or if you do something or if you lie, what's the problem? Like, you the one that lied. So how you mad at somebody else? I'm not accepting it. Like, I'm not going to sit here and accept somebody. And this is where I say you have to, just like y'all will sit up here and say there's a difference between a boy and a man. But then as soon as I say it, it's, oh my goodness, you're this. Oh my goodness, you're that. No. It's called making someone be accountable for something that they've done wrong. It is as simple as that. You can't get no better. Like, it is as simple as that. I just will never have an understanding on why is it that people get so offended when somebody makes them have to take accountability. Like, that's something that I've never, and I will never understand, because I always tell somebody, if I do something, I gotta stand in it and I gotta own it. Like, I got taught that when you do something, there's a consequence, but you gotta understand there's also a balance. If you don't do something wrong, there's no consequence. Like, if you don't lie to somebody, they can't think that you're, well, then again, I don't know, because they just might. Like, they can't sit there and be like, oh, well, you're a liar. Well, then you're just dumb. Like, I don't know what else. Like, what do you want somebody to say? Like, I just don't have a sense of understanding how people really can't see that when you are wrong, you should own it. You definitely should stand in it, and you should accept, okay, like, this is what you've done. Instead of sitting up there saying, oh, well, you're ignorant, or like, you're dumb, or you're stupid because you did something. So how you gonna point the finger at somebody else? That is something I would like. I don't have an understanding on. You did it, but you mad, huh? You did it, but you're mad. And it'll be years later when they realize that they've done something wrong. And then they want to come to you and apologize. And that's why I tell people all the time. Sometimes when a person tells you, you know what, I don't accept your apology. Not even trying to be funny or disrespectful, but at some point, at some time, I can honestly have an understanding on why some people be like, you know what, you can take that and shove it. Because when you do wrong, you do wrong. I don't like, people really get so offended when they've done something wrong and someone calls them out. Or if a man tells a woman, listen, I don't want nothing to do with you because you are a liar or because you're a cheater. Like, what are you, how are you mad? Because this is what you did. Or like, this is because you broke up your family. How you mad? Like, I don't, then it becomes, oh, well, you're ignorant. Or they'd be like, oh, well, you're not a man. No, he is, boo. Because he just don't want you because of this you're doing. Like, people really hate when they get held accountable for things they've done wrong. I'm telling you, that's when the other person will become stupid, they dumb, they're ignorant, they don't know how to have a conversation, they're immature. And you looking at them like, well, are you done reflecting? Because baby, let me turn this mirror right back on you because you're all these things because you did something. I don't get it. That's why I'm telling you, my son is gonna have an understanding of the word consequence and the word no. You damn right he is. He is supposed to. Like, and that's why, and I'm not even trying to be funny, but sometimes that's why a lot of these relationships don't work out because the men sometimes they never want to talk about what they've done wrong. Like, they will be like, oh, well, I'm sorry. Okay, well, what are you apologizing for? Or they'll say, oh, it's not that serious or it's not that big of a deal to you. But if it hurt her, why can't you tell her, you know what, this is what I've done wrong. I apologize. I'm going to make sure it don't happen. I'm the type of person, if I do something to somebody, right, and I didn't know, I'm going to talk to you. I'm going to give you the respect of hearing you out and having that common courtesy and making sure that whatever I've done the first time, I'm going to try my darn hardest to make sure I don't do it again. It's not that hard to try to respect somebody's space and their emotions. So yes, my son should hear the words no. Yes, he should have an understanding of the word consequence or repercussions. You damn right he should. Like, if these kids don't sit up here and get taught the words no or consequence, they're just gonna do whatever they want. And then when they get older, and then you trying to guide them, baby, it's too late. They already done made it up in their mind. Social media done already got to them. Freaking they friends done already got inside their ear. Like, it's really hard to try to rear a child in when at the end of the day they're already gone because these are things you should have been teaching them from the beginning. Like, everything starts at home. You understand what I'm saying? That's why, like, when people be getting mad at teachers, oh, they not teaching them. Like, they should be on a higher level. Well, what are you doing, sis? Or like, what are you doing, bruh? Or like, if you have that parent that would complain about something, but they never been to a board meeting, never been to a parent teacher conference, never went on the website to check the school website. Like, you just done absolutely nothing, and you see that your child is failing, but you mad at the school system. But why you not mad at yourself? Did you take the time out to sit down with them? Like, help them read, help them practice like their writing, like anything? Did you help them with their having an understanding of what they're doing and how they're doing it? Like, if I don't understand how to do something, my son go to his godfather. But that's why I have my son go to the morning program, and my son does tutoring. So these are things that I have him in. Like, I can't sit there and get mad at the school. Or some people walk in, like when they go to work and they just have this pissed off anger. But baby, the building didn't do nothing to you. Now, a building can only do something to you if it falls on you. But I'm pretty sure them problems that you got, you can pick them just right back up, because I'm sure nobody else don't want them. So stop getting mad when somebody holds you accountable for something you do, or a mother is sitting up here raising her son to have the sense of understanding of the words no or consequence. It doesn't make any sense how you mad at something when at the end of the day, just because you don't do it doesn't mean somebody else is not going to. It's simple as that. I'm not gonna sit here and get mad if a man holds me accountable for something I've done wrong, right? But then I sit here and I try to talk to him about something he's done wrong, and he says, "Oh, well, I don't want to hear it," or another time. And that time never comes. And then when I finally get fed up, you then turn around and say, "I'm wrong." Well, how am I wrong for you not talking to me? But yet you're not wrong for coming at me, or excuse me, coming to me about something. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not going to gentle parent when I already know what I told him to do beforehand. I'm not going to keep talking to my son. I'm not going to keep telling him something day in and day out. Like, let's say if I was one of those parents that gentle parent, right? My son ain't going to listen to that. Oh, like my mother, I know she ain't going to do nothing, so I'm just going to do whatever I want. Now I got a child that just out here running a whole muck in this world because I didn't do something. And then as soon as a man don't do something, or he not a man, the first thing they say is, "Oh, your mother didn't raise you right." How the hell you know his father ain't raised him? How you know that? How you know? Like, you gotta stop, because at the end of the day, these men, I understand. Like, this is how I look at it. You're taught when you're inside of the womb. That's what I always believe. Like, they have an understanding of like your voice and things like that. And you're taught, like, once you're in here, like, you know my voice, you know my heartbeat, you know me because I'm your mother. You understand what I'm saying? So you know me. And then you get older, like teenagers, like, I didn't teach you right from wrong. I didn't tell you, hey, what not to do. I didn't tell you, hey, if you touch that, that's hot. And then you get older and you get burnt. And now you're looking at me like, well, why didn't you teach me these things? I don't have this understanding. It's your fault. At that moment in time, yes, it is. Because a man can't learn something if he's not taught something. So I don't understand. And then y'all get these men that are good men, and you don't know how to treat them, or you scared, or you get the man, but yeah, y'all sit there and deal with a man that dog you out. What the fuck is going on? And most women will make excuses for a man treating them wrong instead of walking away, because in their eyes they could change him. Baby, you can't change that man. He can't be changed. So, like, you gotta let it go, boo. No, I'm not doing it. Y'all can. I'm not doing it. Not holding nobody's hand. Like, my son is not gonna sit up here and get no girlfriend, and then he can't cook dinner, or he don't know how to iron clothes, or he don't know how to fill out a damn envelope, or he don't know how to do a money order. Like, no, because since I didn't be gentle parenting, like, I couldn't tell him none of these things. Because it was, "Oh my goodness, you're too aggressive. Oh my goodness, you're yelling." No, I'm not. When it's time to put your foot down as a parent, I am going to. I don't care about nobody else or how they parent. This is my son. Like, I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh yeah, no, she's pretty, so go leech off her. And this woman probably got kids and probably struggling herself. So who the hell you think you are? Like, no, she not your mother, she your girl. Like, I'm not accepting it. I'm just not doing it. You have to learn to be accountable for things that you do, things that you say. Like, when you have to be. Like, so many men personally that I know, they never want to take accountability for nothing. And they just keep jumping from woman to woman to woman to woman to woman. But you keep doing the same stupid. And in any of those relationships, you never say, well, let's talk about it. You never say, well, why do you feel this way? Like, you just keep going from woman to woman. That's not going to help you. But then you get a good man. His mother taught him right. He's a good dude. And since because he's a good dude, you want to sit there and dog him out. It don't make sense to me. Like, I don't understand. That's why sometimes these men feel like, we damned if we do, we damned if we don't. So sometimes I can understand why a man would be like, nah, I'm cool. Like, I think Shorty pretty, but I'm not even trying to approach her. Like, because, nah, like, I'm straight. Like, y'all don't get it. Y'all really don't get it. And people keep sitting there talking about some, oh, a mother can raise a man. Like, yes, she can. You know how many mothers have raised a little boy to be a man? And these men are football players, these men are basketball players, these men are professors, these men are lawyers, they're attorneys, they're judges. And she did it all by herself. Mind you, she probably had a really big family. Probably had, like, her brother, or like the cousins, or like the uncle, or something of that nature. Well, brothers is the uncle. Like, or cousins, or something, or a friend, something of that nature. Yes, I understand it takes a village. I do. But other people don't seem to understand that. And then when you have that village, it gets disrespected. And then you sit there and you're trying to pull this way and pull that way to make everybody happy. No. Like, at the end of the day, I got to take care of my home, my child. What anybody else got to say? And I keep telling people, if you got something to say about any man that I'm with, or sitting next to, or sitting next to, and you standing right there, say something to him. Don't say it to me. Don't say it when he leaves. Say it when he right there. Because other than that, I'm going to tell you, shut the hell up. I don't want to hear it. Then it'll be, oh my goodness, you're so rude. No. If you got something to say to somebody, and they standing and they're sitting right there, say it to them. Like, I don't understand. Then you sit there and you tell them that, it becomes, oh, well, you doing the most. How are they doing the most, but you can sit up here and talk cash about them once they leave? It don't even make sense. Like, it doesn't. Then you sit there and you get mad. Why? But you wasn't mad when you were seeing all this stuff though, right? Yet again, holding somebody accountable for something, they didn't want to start rah-rah and turning up. What are you doing? Like, what? You look crazy. Hugs and kisses. It's everything. Like, people really don't understand that, yes, I'm the type of woman, I'm going to hold you accountable for the things you've done wrong. And if you don't like it, you can move on to the next one, boo. Because I don't care. Like, the last person I was with, that man didn't know nothing about taking accountability, nothing about having a conversation. I'm not going to keep trying to talk to you. And you clearly don't want to sit there and talk. I'm not dealing with that. Take that to the next one, because I'm not dealing with it. It just doesn't make any sense that people genuinely get mad because they're upset about someone holding them accountable and making them stand in something they've said wrong or they've done wrong. It doesn't even make any sense. And then people wonder why I genuinely keep to myself. Like, nah, I'm cool. Because I'm telling you, like, I promise you, I can't deal with that. If I gotta stand in the hurt I've caused, or the pain I've caused, or the tears I've caused, or the lies I've told, why in the hell can't somebody else then? It's the same thing. If you pinch me, I'ma say out, just like if I pinch you. We both use the bathroom, but we just use it a different way. We both put our pants on the same way. Like, it doesn't make any sense. When are you gonna say, you know what? Yeah, I was wrong for whatever I did. Or, you know what? Let's have this conversation. Like, stop running from something you've done wrong. Stop running from the lies you told. Stop running from the people you done cheated on. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't. You know how many people are married and have stayed in a marriage, and the person has cheated on them? Like, it doesn't even make any. It doesn't make sense. Who said I was saying? Who said I was a single mother? Because I'm not. So I don't know where y'all keep getting that from. But okay. Alrighty then. Next. The hell out of here. Where is freaking Lobo so he can be like pew pew? No, it's called grown woman mentality. Yet again, men don't want to be. And you know what the funny thing is? Some women don't want to be held accountable for their actions either. That's my thing. Accountability. Accountability and balance. Like, people really don't so I'm supposed to sit up here, right? And not be gentle with my son. And not have him like clean up his room, or not have him help me with the laundry, or have him in the kitchen. Yet again, somebody's daughter is going to end up picking up my grown child. Where does that look like to me as a mother? Like, then it's gonna be yet again your mother, your mother, your mother. Like, no, I'm not gonna gentle parent my son when I have to be hard on him. I'm going to be. As simple as that. And you know how many men and women, again, like, they get offended when you be like, yo, you did this wrong. First thing they say is, "Oh well, leave." Like, they would rather walk away from something, right, and not come back for months at a time, and then come back acting like they've never done nothing wrong. No. Oh, Foss says she not wild and just take accountability and man up if you mess up. That's it. Like, people really don't have a sense of understanding, and that's why I always tell my son. Like, he was inside in school, and he said that, like, when he seen it happening, he was walking away. But when I talked to the teacher today, when y'all see me go inside the school, the teacher said, well, no, you weren't really quite walking away just yet. That's why I always tell Noah, as soon as you see trouble, you sense trouble, you hear trouble, you see trouble, you think trouble, leave. Like, because even if something is happening and your presence is there, they're going to question you and think that you have something to do with it. And I tell them all the time, getting in trouble is so easy, but getting out of it is totally different. Like, I'm not going to, that's like me telling my son, oh, you will stay there and watch a fight. No, like, you leave, because they're gonna ask you, oh well, what did you see? Then it's gonna be, oh no, man, I ain't see nothing. Oh well, guess what? Your ass is getting locked up because you were standing right here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna be, I will only be gentle with my son when I need to be gentle. But I'm not gonna talk to my son 2 to 3 to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 10 out of a day. I'm not gonna have him back talking me when I tell him to do something. I'm not gonna have him debating with me when I tell him what to do and why to do it. There will be no debate when I tell you what to do. You do what I say and as I say. Period. I'm not telling your ass to jump off a cliff. I'm not telling you to go to set fire to somebody. I'm telling you, stay out of this. Don't have nothing to do with it. And it's sad because you see trouble, you walk away from it. You sense trouble, you leave. You see trouble, you leave. You don't stand here and watch anything, because I don't want you to be a part of nothing. And he's only going to learn that if I tell him what the word accountability is, and consequences and balance. Simple as that. And I don't give a who don't like it. Not dealing with it. Like, I'm not gonna have my son, I'm not gonna give my son his flowers at his grave because me as his mother, I didn't teach him right from wrong. Or I'm not gonna freaking visit my son in a jail cell because I didn't teach him right from wrong. I'm not doing that to my son. I'm not gonna do that. He's 9. Yes, he has a lot more to learn, granted, and I have a lot more knowledge to give him, period. I don't give a damn about how nobody else raised their kids or none of that. But I'm gonna raise my. I don't wanna visit my son behind a glass. I don't wanna talk to my son headstone. I don't wanna do that. No. That's not what I want from my son. And you know what the crazy thing is? I'm pretty sure don't no mother or no father want that for their child. I'm sure they don't. Well, then again, I don't know, because, you know. So let me speak for myself. I don't want that for my son. Not doing it. These kids sit up here and then they bully other kids. These kids sit up here and they end up harming themselves or ending their lives over words. Are you serious? Like, are you serious? Or they sitting up there and they getting bullied every day, and then when a child snap, then it becomes, oh well, no. Your child was in it. Your child was around it. Your child participated in it. Yes, you make that be accountable for it. Like, y'all don't even understand how many kids that I've seen. I think in what the last, I think like 2 years, have ended their lives because of being bullied. Are you serious? Like, that's somebody's child. Oh no, my son knows he don't be bullied, and he's not a bully. Like, I don't play that. And I always tell my son, somebody saying something to you, baby, walk away, but never walk away with your back turned, because you don't know what somebody gonna do. And I always tell him, baby, talk is cheap. As long as they don't put their hands on you, baby, let them talk. Baby, they talked about God. So if you think they're not gonna talk about you, you're bugging, okay? But I always tell him, once any inkling of a finger or saliva goes anywhere, you whoop their ass. You got right. Like, no, and I always tell my son, and my son is the type of person, like, if he sees that somebody is hurting, right, he'll go up to them and he'll try to make them feel better. You understand what I'm saying? And my son does this because I've always taught my son, there's nothing wrong with being kind. Like, there's nothing wrong with giving a compliment. There's nothing wrong with being nice. There's nothing wrong with making sure someone is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But yet the world will look at it and be like, oh my goodness, like, why he doing that? Or why, like, are you slow? Like, what's wrong with you? Sometimes people get so caught up in themselves, and I get it. Like, I understand, like, people have lives, people have jobs, people have kids, people have families. I get it. But what is so wrong with picking up the phone? Yo, you good? Like, yo, your day good? You ate? Like, yo, you straight? Or you see somebody, oh, I love what you got on. Like, I love the smell of your perfume. It smells good. Have a good day. What happened to just manners? Like, what happened to any of these things anymore? Like, everybody is so afraid to even look at somebody. Why? Why? I'm not sorry. Hell, the hell. And I always tell my son, you have every right to tell me, and I like my car and my home and me. But most importantly, God, I always say those are the four places you could go to, and your feelings will be protected. Cause I'm always gonna listen to him, see how he, just like earlier. I asked him, I said, okay, well, because he couldn't go to Wakeman. Mind you, he started crying. I said, let me ask you a question. If you would have done everything I told you to do prior to all of this, would you have been able to go to Wakeman? He said yes. I said, okay, so now all of these things lie on you. I'm going to put these things on him when they are his fault. He needs to have a sense of understanding. So next time he'll be like, okay, I know that if I want to go to Wakeman, then I got to da-da-da, like whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Like, well, I know I got to put my book bag away, or I know I got to do my chores or something like that. When my son don't do something, tablets is getting taken away, iPods, okay, like laptops, phones. Like, y'all seen I bought the video game back. You thought I was playing? Oh, you got me up. Like, you gonna get it together in this household, period. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not dealing with none of that, and I don't have to deal with none of that. I don't, because at the end of the day, I'm a woman, right? So imagine if, all right, I'm gonna say the last man that I like, that man wasn't. He wasn't. Didn't know how to have a conversation with me. Didn't know how to take accountability. And you think I'm supposed to sit up here and somebody say, oh, I'll give him another chance. You got me fucked up. Like, I'm not dealing with that stupid. No. But you can sit up here and kiki hee ha ha in people's face, but then when it comes to me, it's like you want to be rude and all these things. Like, it's crazy to me how you can sit here as a man and be so rude and not have a sense of understanding. And I don't blame nobody, mother. Like, I blame you, period. Cause you're grown, remember? Yeah, like if somebody says something nice, is oh my goodness, I got a man. Why you saying something nice? Well, then, but you dirty. What if you stink? Like, what you want? Cause then it'll be you being rude. Like, you can't win. Like, you genuinely, and you know what's so funny? Not even trying to be cocky, right? But in the sense of understanding, I'm glad that I look young. Cause most men don't get offended when I give them a compliment. Cause hell, they think I'm a damn little girl. So like, you're not gonna, well, I don't know, because people might end up cussing a little girl out, but like, I have an understanding I'm not a little girl, but I love the simple fact that I look young, because then when I give a compliment, they don't get so mad at it. You know, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't be like, I got a woman. They don't say that because they think I'm a child. So it's like, you know what I mean? I don't get it. It's just like human society just non-existent anymore. Like, I don't understand. You can't have mannerisms, like, and you can't sit there and have a conversation. So what do you do? What do you do? Like, how do you say to somebody that's walking past you and you really like the smell of what they have on? Hey, I like what you got on. Can you tell me what you have on? Why you on my scent? Like, because I think it smells good. Like, and I love what you have on. And that's what I'm seeing. That's why I say people are really immature. So when you have that mother, right, that will listen to her child, that will trespass her child, and then her child grows up not accepting nobody's BS, not accepting nobody's excuses. The first thing a woman gonna say is, "Oh well, your mother didn't raise you right." No, she did. She raised him not to deal with your stupid ass or your stupid that or your baggage that comes along with you. Cause let me tell you something. I have a son. Like I always tell y'all, somebody can tell me, "Nah, shooter, you cool," but guess what though? Like, you got a child. I like what I'm gonna do? Get mad at him? I'm not gonna get mad at a man for saying that because he doesn't have to take on my responsibilities because they're not his responsibilities. Like, so who the hell am I to tell him, "Oh, you wrong for that"? Okay, have a nice day. Like, I'm not gonna be sitting up here wrong with you. Okay. Because just like I told y'all, I could tell somebody, you got a daughter or like you got a son, I'm cool with that. I don't want to no. I could tell a man, right? Yo, you got 2 kids, I'm cool with that. I come with one. Nah, I'm straight. Like, what you gonna do? Get offended? Cause I come with one, not 2, baby. I come with one. So again, certain things you don't want to deal with, certain things I'm not dealing with. As simple as that. As simple as that. But that's petty to even disqualify someone because they have a kid. I mean, not really, because like some men don't want to take care of another man's child. But I find it funny how like a lot of women will take care of a man's child. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. And I remember somebody on here said, "Oh, because women have that nurturing, that caring nature." What's your point? Like, what's your point? There's no point. But that's what I'm saying. Like, some women sometimes they get really offended because a man says, "Nah, I'm cool." Why are you getting so offended for? Like, okay, like this shouldn't matter. Like, I don't care. I think that, and this is just like my personal take on it. Everyone has a right to feel how they feel. So if you have a child with someone don't want to deal not more so like your child. Well, I mean, you know, some people just don't want to deal with that, and I mean I can't blame them. I'm not mad at it. Like, I understand. Like, again, I'm not dealing with a man that has 2 kids. Not dealing with that. I don't want to deal with that. And I don't have to. Like, a man can say to me, I'm not dealing with you because you have a child. That's fine. That's his personal feelings. That's my personal feelings. You can't, I mean, you can get mad, but it's not going to change my mind. It's not going to make me be with you. So it don't matter. Some people have good hearts and some are rotten to the core. Just plain and simple. I mean, no, just because you tell somebody you don't want to deal with them because they have a child, that's not mean and rotten to the core. You just don't want to deal with that. That's not wrong. That's not wrong. Like, if I'm feeling you don't want you, you know you got a child support you in your life. I'm a man, nothing I can handle. See, that's you, but you're not every man though. Like, some women could deal with another child or like two kids. I'm not dealing with that. Women do take in other people's children faster and more genuinely. I love my stepmom. That's my real mom. Oh. Ma'am, I didn't read that. But that's what I'm saying though. So, but yet you won't say that he's damaged, but you'll say another woman is damaged. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, it doesn't make any sense. A child is a child. Like, she came from the mother and the father. So at the end of the day, you can't call one damaged without calling the other one damaged. And that's another thing that I have a problem with, but that's neither here nor there. I'm over it. I don't care. No female here with no kids, and I will not take a man with kids. That's fine. But again though, that's how you feel. Like, nobody can get, I mean, people will get mad at you, but I'm not mad at that. Like, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I don't feel like somebody should get mad at that, but some people like, I do think you're good. No, I'm just not dealing with your damn kids. Like, but not your damn kids, not like that, because I got the kid, but I don't want to deal with that. Like, I don't want to deal with having to pick them up, drop them off, pay for this. Some people don't want to do that. That's okay. You can't get mad at that. Paul said, I know, I'm just saying from, so I respect your perspective, right? Like, I'm not against anybody's perspective on here. I just need people to understand that that I always have, a different, opinion. But I'm like, me personally, I'm not dealing with a man that has 2 kids. I don't want that. And then what a man gonna do? Get mad, pump his chest up? I'll blow all of them air out your chest. Pew. Like, one button. Like, sit down. Nobody don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with it. You don't want to deal. You don't have to deal. You don't have to deal with anything that life throws you. You can choose to either deal with it, or you can be like, you know what, God, that's not for me. I got to go. Some people just don't want to deal with somebody else's kids, and I think it's crazy because, again, a woman will get called damaged goods, but a woman will take on another woman's child. It doesn't make any sense because the father's not damaged goods. He doesn't come with baggage, but the mother has a child 100 out of 100. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. You deal with what you will and you deal with what you won't. I mean, it's up to you. You understand? It's your life. Again, I'm not dealing with no man with 2 kids by 2 different women. I'm not dealing with no man that has 2 kids because I have one. I don't want to deal with that, and I don't have to. I'm not choosing to. It's simple as that. It's not hard. That's too many personalities. I'm cool. No, thank you. And mind you, I love kids. Like, I love me some kids. Okay, love kids. But again, I love when I can give them back to their mother. Like, here you go. You go. Here you go. Because I already got one that stay with me. You understand what I'm saying? He don't go nowhere. So, no, if you don't want to deal with that, you don't have to. Like, and you don't have to tolerate it. And there are some people that genuinely get offended and that genuinely get mad. Why? Why do you care because this man told you no? Like, he's not the only man in the world, sweetheart, or she's not the only woman on the world, sweetheart. Like, you're fine. You will find somebody eventually. It's okay. It's cold in here. Hey, I got 63 miles of gas for Jesus. I need some gas. I gotta get gas. I gotta go. Well, what's that my work tomorrow? I actually work both my jobs tomorrow. But that's like somebody saying to me, right? They don't want to deal with me because I work too much. That's fine. understanding. Like I told you guys, I was able to pick up 5 extra shifts at my second job. 5. Okay, 5 extra shifts again because I need the money. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit up here and tell them being, oh well, I'm sorry, I'm gonna start working. That's not gonna happen. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna make sure mine is good. You understand what I'm saying? My household is good. That roof is over my son's head. I don't give a damn about how you feel. And don't look at something. I don't care. At the end of the day, it's what you want to do. It's not what else. It's not what else somebody wants. Like if a man said to a woman, "I need you to pick up my daughter," and she said, "Nah, I'm cool. No, I don't want to deal with this because I don't want to deal with And this, I'm not gonna say don't want to deal with your child because I feel like that's a little rude. I'm gonna say a woman or a man can say I don't want to deal with the sense of responsibilities that come with a child. You understand what I'm saying? They may not want to pick up the child or drop the child off or do this or do that. Like some people just don't want to deal with the sense of responsibilities when it comes to a child, and that is fine. Like you cannot. I mean, again, you can get mad, but I'm not gonna get mad at it. I would tell somebody, listen. I don't want to deal with the sense of responsibility because you have 2 kids. I have one. You have two, like, you have 2 different mothers. I'm not dealing with that. Y'all gotta understand, I come with no drama. Okay? Because I don't bother nobody. You understand what I'm saying? So when I do get with somebody, I'm not gonna sit there and allow myself to now step into your drama with your children's mother. I'm not dealing with that. Like, because I come with peace. And you think I'm gonna step in and deal with Susie and Sally? You got me picked up. No, I'm not. I'm not dealing with that. When you come with peace and you know that you don't bother nobody and nobody don't bother you, you have a child. That is a blessing. Because most women have drama with the father of their children, or most men have drama with the mother of their child. But when you deal with me, you are only dealing with Noah and me. That's it. Like there's no third party you gotta sit there and be concerned about. There's nobody that's gonna be talking crap about you. It's just two and mommy. That's it. Cause whatever I do, however I do it, when I do it, how I do it, it's my business. I'm grown woman. When you grown, you don't gotta tell nobody who laying in your bed, who's sitting on your couch, who got you up in the ear, who got you on the countertop, who got you in the shower. That's it. Just saying. Like I've learned to keep home home. And I will always tell y'all that is something I genuinely do believe in. But you have yes, I have a child. I have meaning I have one child. I don't have to accept the responsibilities of 2 children with 2 different women. I don't have to accept that in my life. Again, if that has something to do with drama, so I'm supposed to sit here and allow drama in my life because I have a child, not happening. Not dealing with it. Again, I have a child. One child. He's gonna be 10. That means he's getting out the way. So at the end of the day, I don't have to accept your drama because you're mad. Not doing it. Like you the type of person that seems like you would get offended if somebody said, like, for instance, if you had a child, right? Because I don't know if you do, you might not. And someone said, I don't want to deal with the responsibilities of the responsibilities that come with the child. You cannot get mad and say, oh, well, you have to because you're dealing with me. Well, bye. They can leave you. What you gonna do? Get mad? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So basically, a man with only one child is your only option. Absolutely. That or no kids, either one. I'm not looking for anybody. Like, do nobody not understand that I'm cool? Leave me with my peace and my joy and my sense of sanity. That's it. I'm not looking for nobody at all. I promise you I'm not. I'm good. Yet again, there you go. Y'all wanting somebody to accept somebody else's drama. You don't have to accept drama. You don't. You don't gotta sit there and accept that. Even if a child has, all right, like let's say if a man has a child, right? And let's say if he has one child and he comes with drama and I come with peace, right? Why do I now have to allow that in my space, in my home, but most importantly around my son because of how you feel? I don't care about how you feel. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not going to insert myself in it. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not dealing with nobody. You got your drama. You keep that over there, okay? I didn't had enough drama already, and I'm not even in a relationship, so I want somebody to tell me how the hell it even make any sense. Well, sweetheart, what you don't understand does not need to be explained. Respectfully. I'm cool. Yet again, you don't have to accept drama because of you like a man. If you like a man and he come with drama, you can tell him, nah, I'm out. You have the right to say yet again, my infamous words, no. Like, what are we really talking about? Because we're not talking about nothing if it has something to do with drama. If you talking to me and you come with drama, I'm cool. If you talking to me and you got 2 kids by 2 different women, I'm cool. If you talking to me, right, and you got all this baggage, I'm cool. And I'm going to tell you in your face, nah, I'm good. You can't make me be with you. I'm not going to be with you. I don't want to be with you. Simple as that. Next question, next topic of conversation. Ladies and gentlemen, ever so respectfully, what are we talking about now? Hey, I'm hungry. I can't wait to go home and eat. I'm so hungry. It be so cold over here. I don't think I'm gonna get back on here tonight because I'm tired. I'm going to bed early because I have to be to work in the morning. And then I gotta work my second job. My schedule actually is pretty darn good to be honest with you. Like I can't even complain about it. I like my schedule. I remember y'all know it's so funny. Like one time I remember. All right, I'm gonna give y'all a good example. I remember this was like a while back. Like a while back. I had just got home from work. Toot was asleep, and I had let somebody in. Long story short, um, I had to clean up like the kitchen because he just got finished eating. And the person was like, "Oh, well, clean it later." No, I'm not cleaning anything later because my plan was to clean this up before you walked in the door. Yet again, you're not going to tell me what to do inside my home. If you're inside my home and I'm doing something, whatever you want to do with me, you have to wait. Yet, and the man could have been like, you know what? Nah, I'm out. Bye. Like, I'm not going to stop cleaning up because you came along. Like, that's not happening. Or I remember I was taking no, what I said, I was taking a shower. Would I be submissive to the right man? I gotta put on that. Hey shorty, what up though? This man lived like 2 damn hours from me, right? And he was like, "Oh, I'm giving you time to get yourself together." Well, you giving who time to get themselves together? I got things to do before you even came along. I'm not gonna stop because you're now in the picture. That's not gonna happen. Do you not understand? I'm gonna make sure I take care of my home the same way you take care of yours. What are we talking about? Bye guys. Have a good day.